talking to a lot of vendors. You're going to be talking to DJs and photographers and decorators and lighting specialists. There's key things that you guys should really know when you go to prepare yourself for this, okay? I always give the example, I mean, a lot of DJs, you know, you'll interview them, and the day of your wedding, somebody else shows up, and they're like, well, didn't we tell you that somebody else was? No, I interviewed you. I thought you were coming. So everybody here that has been hand-selected by myself are some of the best in the business. I mean, you're not going to get anything better if you go over the hill. I mean, these guys are here, they're local, and they're excellent. So you're hearing things that I'm going to be learning a lot too. First person I'm going to introduce is Mikey Mike, and he's from Direct Sound, and this was his idea.
Yeah,
and,
my idea.
And he's gonna teach you guys what you should know about lighting and music and all that good stuff. So take it away, Mikey.
How you guys doing? I asked you guys earlier to make sure you write down some words that meant something special for your day or how you want your day to be. It's real important. So my name's DJ Mikey Mike. I've been doing this for about 37 years. I started out doing schools. Hang on a second. I started out doing schools, clubs, all kinds of fun parties for you guys, right? All kinds of fun stuff. Sweet 16s, we did one here last night, kind of a higher end event. It was a lot of fun. But weddings are probably I probably do 98% of weddings. That's kind of my passion. The last 10 years I really focused on weddings, and it's real important. That's why I'm here to share with you today. I do a lot of training for DJs and lighting designers around the world. Actually, work with some of the best DJ and lighting manufacturers. They send me all over the world to speak and tell DJs, actually show them how to do things right, okay? And just do things certain ways, okay? So it's important. Okay, so I'm here to help you guys here today. It's real important that you get guidance and help for your day. This is probably the first time you're going to get married, and we want to help educate you, okay? This isn't a sales pitch by any means. I'm here to help you. If you're my client or not, I just want to make sure you have the best day, the most amazing day possible. Okay? So we asked you words that best describe your day, and why are they important, right? What are some words that you wrote down? Stress-free. Okay, stress-free. Anybody else? Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing. Fun. You wanted fun. Stress-free and fun? What else? Memorable. Wow, memorable. That's really powerful, right? Anything else? Elegant. Okay, very good, very good. So if you look up here, well, romantic, fun. You want people to dance at your wedding, right? Maybe. Whimsical. Maybe shabby chic is one of your words, right? It's important to know your words and share them with the vendors that you choose. If it's a DJ or lighting tech, whatever the case may be. You know, one of my clients said chocolate chip cookies was one of their words. He was passionate about chocolate chip cookies. And for those people that knew this guy, he always had chocolate chip cookies, right? So how can we bring that word into his day, right? So maybe during the toast, we brought out warm chocolate chip cookies and milk because we found out that they don't drink. So why do we want to do a champagne toast for that person, right? Maybe, and how good does chocolate chip cookies, warm chocolate chip cookies smell in an event, right? It's powerful. And we're there, you want it memorable, right? So we have the photographer taking pictures, and when they look back in their pictures, they know that that meant something to them. Okay, it was powerful. That was really important to them, right? It might be country or a throwback wedding. You might want to have a throwback 50s wedding. So those words are important to you, right? You need to know how you want to spend your day. Okay? So it doesn't matter any vendor. If they don't ask you how you want your day to be, don't ask you for those words, how can they create that day for you? Okay, it's very, very important. They need to be able to create the day using your words, right? It's important to you. And we want to find out the things that are important to you. So before the big question, before the big price question, right? You got to ask a few things, right? First, hey, are you available? Okay, it's important. Ask your vendors, are they available? Because it doesn't matter if I charge $1, if I'm not available, what's that going to do? Or if I charge $1,000 if I'm not available, I'm sorry, I can't help you for that day. Okay? Also, the time of the event. Okay, this is the first time you'll be getting married or plan to get married. Is your wedding start at 5 o'clock and go to 10? Are you planning on walking down the aisle at 5 o'clock? So you might need your DJ or entertainer to start at 4:30 for some seating music or some background music for your guests who arrive and help guide them. Okay? So it's important to know your timing. Also, if there are any special requirements that you're going to need. a second system, a little bit more gear. Maybe we need a system for outside. Most venues don't supply that for you, so you need to know that. Okay, especially if you're not getting married here. It could be anywhere in Southern California. Probably the same rules apply in most locations. Right? Also, difficult load-ins. Maybe it's upstairs. Okay, that might affect the price of your venue. Okay, or up hills or in dirt. Different things like that might affect your pricing. And setup times. There's a lot of venues that have a really strict program. They turn rooms over quickly. Okay, so you might book them and they go, okay, you're the only person at our wedding venue this day, and you purchase this huge lighting design and a huge DJ system and things like that. Come to find out, which takes about 4 to 5 to 6 hours to set up, and you get to day of event, and they had a wedding there prior to yours, and you have a 2-hour turnaround window. Or you already know that. So your vendors might need to plan for more staffing, so that might affect your costs as well. Okay, so they might need to get that room turned over quickly. Okay, so first off, ask your vendors, how many weddings have you done? Because you're here for weddings, right? Ask them, are they a wedding professional? How many weddings have you done? Okay, it's important not to get somebody that's just starting out. Okay, because it's the biggest day of your life. All right, so you do some quick math with me. I'm not the greatest at math, but for example, if you ask a wedding vendor, I've done thousands of weddings. Well, let's do the math. Okay, there's 52 weeks in a year. Okay. And there's, so if I did 52 weddings a year and I did 10 years, I've only done 520 weddings. Right? Not thousands I've done thousands of weddings. How many times have you heard that? I do this all the time. You do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Probably not. Okay? Now, there's a difference. There's single owner operators, which I am. I'm a single owner operator. It's just me. Okay? They all have multi-operators. Okay? They have other DJs they might send out. So you might make the connection with the salesman or the spokesperson of that company. Okay, Kelly mentioned this a little while ago. Okay, get a good connection with them and you share your words with them. And next thing you know, Joe DJ shows up to your event without that connection, without that feel, all right, without that coaching. So it's important. All right, so ask them, how many weddings have they done? All right, have they done 100 weddings? Okay, 100 weddings? Or have they done one wedding 100 times? All right, it's important. You don't want a cookie-cutter wedding. Was cookie-cutter wedding in one of your words that you wrote down? I'm just asking. I'm not sure. Okay? Probably not. Okay? So it's important. Okay? It's important to know your vendors and who you're going to work with. Okay? So ask them for pictures. Pictures are 1,000 words, right? Also video, unedited video. So if it's a wedding professional that's in this area, okay, and they've done 1,000 weddings, they should have 1 or 2 pictures of that particular room or venue, right? So ask them to see that. And ask them to see it in your wedding colors. Because if they've done 100 weddings, I'm sure they've done a blue wedding or a strawberry wedding, whatever the color may be. Okay? And we know colors are important to women, right? It's important. Because your eyeliner matches your shoelaces matches your heels, right? It's important. So ask them for pictures and video to show that. Okay? Here's a few pictures of this room right here. Okay? This is a dancing on a cloud effect. And this was, her words were, this was a winter wedding. She wanted a rustic feel. So we actually brought in a wood-burning fireplace video, and we're playing it over her shoulder from her, for her first dance. We're bringing dancing on a cloud effect in for her. But these are the words that she chose, and we're trying to capture those words in moments, right? So the photographer and videographer have an actual option to capture this. It's important, right? Everybody wants it pretty. Here's a daytime wedding here. Her words were simple. Okay? It's a daytime wedding. All we did was put a small monogram on the back, it's a little bit hard to see, of a little wedding cake with 2 champagne glasses. It felt wedding, it looked wedding, it was pretty. Okay? A little dancing on a cloud effect, and really made it magical. All right? It's important to use the words that your clients are asking for, so you need to share that with your vendors. Okay? This client here, roses, 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 and romance. That's what her words were. So we did monogram breakups with rose flowers all over the venue. Okay, rose flowers all over the venue. She walked in and saw roses everywhere. She saw her pink color that she wanted to see, and it was romantic. Does that look romantic? We did a little bit of light wash on the dance floor for the dancing on a cloud effect. Okay, but it looks pretty and romantic. Using the words that she chose. Okay, so it's important that you know these things. Some vendors are good at some things. Some vendors might be good inside. okay? DJs or lighting vendors. Some of them might be good all over the place. So you need to know their techniques, okay? Maybe you want to do an outside wedding. Here's a reverse mirror ball that we can use outside. It's kind of hard to hang a mirror ball outside, right? So we created this cool effect, all right? This is actually during the day. See the skyline in the back? This is up here on the hills off of 60th Street. Okay, using powerful stage lighting that can create different effects and moods. All computer control that can create amazing effects for you and create a whole different ambience of a venue. Because you don't want your wedding to be like your sister's wedding, right? You want it to be unique and something like yours. Simple uplighting and dance cues. We can have dance floor wash, a really pretty blue wash for them, little dancing on a cloud effect. We help guide our clients on how to dance, what's important to them in their day, okay? And with simple lighting cues, with a computer control, we can actually tell those lights, hey, you know what? I want you to hit the dance floor, I want you to go up and hit the mirror ball, okay? And I want you to have a completely different look of the room, okay? It's important that you flow and use those words and help tell your vendors what's important to you, okay? If you don't tell them what's important to you, they can't help you capture your day. Okay, it's super, super important. Okay, a romantic feel with a little bit of guidance and coaching will make your day go a long way and keep it stress-free, right? Because you want it stress-free. That some of you have wrote down stress-free as one of your words. Here's the dancing on a cloud with their monogram. Beautifully, kind of mesmerizingly, kind of coming through the cloud. Okay, it's whimsical. That was one of her words, was whimsical. That's where I got that word, because the client told me that's what she wanted to create. Okay, so work with your vendors. There's all kinds of possibilities for you to do that. Right? Use your words to help mold that day. Okay? Use your words to mold the day. Capture those moments, right? How many people wrote down memorable? Okay, how many people are hiring a photographer for their wedding? Right? So, possibly you want it memorable, right? They're going to capture a moment, or they're just going to randomly go, just capture everything, right? They're going to capture moments. But they're not going to capture any moments if we don't help create those moments. Okay? And it's really important that we create those moments and make it. When you open that wedding album, it's going to mean something when you look at that album, right? So use your photographers and videographers. Help them help you. Okay? Ensure you have a plan. A timeline is really important. So the flow goes. You're going to know with a good timeline, you're going to know exactly how you're going to feel at any given moment of that day. Okay? From the ceremony to the reception to the first dance. You know exactly how you're going to feel. Okay? And we can help guide you. Okay? The professional wedding vendors can help guide you on how you're going to feel for your day. All right? Help create moments with a seamless flow. Okay? Timing is key. Everybody's seen a bad comedian, right? It was just not quite there. The timing wasn't right. So if the timing's not right, and you don't have a good plan, it might not be so good. Okay? So we're going to talk about DJs versus master ceremonies. Okay? Everybody know what a DJ is, right? Sure? Are you sure? You might be a DJ, right? Everybody has an iPod now, they could be a DJ, right? Everybody's a DJ nowadays. Ask your brother, hey, I'm a DJ. Yeah, that's cool, right? Well, I've been doing this 37 years, and believe me, when I first started out, okay, I might have been a DJ. So I've kind of grown a long ways. But, so your DJ, typical DJ can buy a hard drive off of Craigslist, you have his favorite 50,000 songs. So every DJ now has their 50,000 songs. So that kind of takes it out, right? They got 2 speakers. Woohoo! At the Guitar Center, got 2 speakers. Oh, by the way, I need a flashy light, right? Everybody's seen a DJ. They got a tripod, right? A little tripod. It kind of comes up with a little T-bar, and they have those lights on. You might have seen it at your high school gymnasium dance light, right? And there's these lights on the bar, and they can just barrage the dance floor. I call them the spin and puke lights. Okay? There's no control over this light. Okay? Grandma has a big dot in her head for half the night. Okay? You have lasers pointing on your eyes for your first dance. There's no control. Okay? So it's important that your lighting designers and your DJs or MCs have the control over the lighting and the day to make your day go memorable using those words. One of your words might have been crazy circus lighting event. I don't know. But if that's important to you, know the differences, right? DJs make announcements. Right? Everybody agree? DJs make announcements? Time for the Mother Son Dance. Time for the cake cutting. Right? Programming, music programming. Okay? Can they program? Some DJs are only good at hip-hop music. Some DJs are only good at EDM. or techno music, right? Never know. Get to know your DJs, okay? Timelines. We talked about timelines a little bit. It's important that you have a timeline that flows the day of your event. Have somebody that can control that timeline, okay? If stress-free is one of your words, you might want to think about a designer, okay, to help you out. So, MC is a spokesperson, is a coach for your day. He's the coach. He's a spokesperson for you. He gets to know you, okay? He's going to know how you feel using those words, right? They're comfortable on the microphone, okay? They're comfortable on the mic, and they can help share those words, okay, through using those words for the day. For example, the DJ says, hey, it's time for the Mother-Son Dance. On Master of Ceremonies, Mike welcome Mom out to the dance floor. Hey, this is the person that brought Josh into this world. You know, she helped put a little Band-Aid on his knee when he crashed his motorcycle. And at this time, Josh would love to dance with his mom on the dance floor. You see the difference in a Master of Ceremonies introducing a Mother-Son Dance compared to a DJ? Time for the Mother-Son Dance, right? So, help your MCs and DJs, okay? It's important, okay? During your welcome speeches, it's important that you lead by example, okay, using your words. If one of your words was dance, okay, get on the dance floor and dance. Because you are the master, you are the guest of honor. And what you say is powerful, okay? You're going to capture their attention. So if you get up on the microphone and say, hey, I want you guys to have fun, and I want you to dance, your guests are going to do that. But lead by example. Don't go off as soon as we open the dance floor to the smoking area and have a smoke, or to the bar and have a drink, right? Okay? So here comes the big pricing question, and we're just about done. Before you ask for the pricing question, ask all the questions to determine the value of your vendors. No matter if it's DJ, lighting designer, or MC, okay? Get the value. It's not what value, determine the value they bring to the table, not just the gear, okay? It's important for a whole day, right? During the bridal process of modern brides, they said, before they did a survey, they said all the brides, before their wedding day, the most important thing was their wedding dress. And you agree that wedding dress is pretty important, right? Okay, and the next thing was their venue and their caterer, okay? But after, they were doing the same survey after the event, and about 90% of the brides said they would have spent more money on entertainment than the rest of their event. That would be more important to them. Because a typical wedding DJ, professional wedding DJ, probably costs around $1,000 to $2,500, depending, okay? And Joe DJ down the street, right, he might cost $300 to $800, okay? But they could ruin your wedding, okay? You spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on your event, okay? Is that such a cost savings when you go a little bit lower on your entertainment value? When it's probably the most important thing of your day. Okay, so think about that. I know one of your words were fail, right? You don't want to fail. Okay, so it's important. We want to help guide you on making the right choices for your vendors and help use those words to motivate and capture your moments of the day. All right? Any questions? All right, great, thanks.
Thank you, Mikey Mike. Mike hit on a lot of good points there. I know that when I'm working with you guys, and a lot of you guys I've already met with, I'm always telling you, what do you want to